The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bevilacqua and I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with a very special guest today. I'm here with Karen, who's the Executive Director of the Merrimack River Feline Rescue Society. So Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here this afternoon.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for being here. Thanks for all you do as well. And I think the title Merrimack River Feline Rescue Society is pretty self-explanatory, but for those who do not know what you do, why don't you explain what the organization is?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'll say MRFRS to keep things a little abbreviated. The organization, actually, we're in our 31st year.
Wow.
Founded in 1992. There was a terrible feline overpopulation situation in Newburyport, down near the water, and it was becoming dangerous for the cats, for residents, and we had a group of really concerned citizens who saw the situation and said, we can do something about this. And they put together a really, it's a progressive and continues to be something that stands out as a trap, neuter, release program. So they were able to, again, capture the cats, spay, neuter, put up some feral feeding stations, and really turn that entire situation around. And while they were trapping some of those feral cats, they often found that some were a little more friendly than you would have thought.
Okay.
And that led into an adoption program. And so slowly over time, the organization built out really, the undercurrent is the mission of improving the lives of all cats, while also providing support and education for the people who care about them.
Oh, that's great. And so that was 31 years now you've been in existence. And what are the services you guys offer now?
Well, a lot of what we do is, again, there's different situations facing animal rescue, and one of the key things that's happening right now, sad to say again, is overpopulation. And so we're focused quite a bit on spay-neuter.
Yeah.
That's for owned cats. So we have our Catmobile, which, as the name implies, it is a mobile, like an RV. It has surgical capabilities, and it's able to go to different towns throughout the state of Massachusetts, and it's bringing low-cost spay-neuter surgery. And the surgery, it's not only the surgery, I should say, it's also vaccinations, nail trim, flea treatment as needed. And also, we are very fortunate to have a grant through the Cummings Foundation, and that allows us to have free microchipping as well for all of the clients that come through. Yeah, so that's going to help make sure that, you know, we like to keep cats indoors, but sometimes they can be a wily and escape, and having the microchip process and registration, that helps, you know, build some more reunions and then get those cats back home.
Now, how do people take advantage of those offerings?
Yeah, so again, if you go onto our website, so mrfrs.org, you'll see all of our programs, and the Catmobile is listed there. It lists the details I just said rather quickly, but all the details are there.
Yes.
It also has our schedule. So each month we put up a new schedule where we're going to be, which towns, and people can register right there on the website. They can,
so you make it easy for everyone.
As much as possible. We understand, you know, currently right now, as I said, in animal rescue, there is a national shortage of veterinarian talent. And so that is putting a pressure on people to find affordable surgery for their cat, for spay-neuter. And so the program, we really want to make it as easy as possible for people, because we know they're trying to do right by their pet. They know it's important for them. So if they're able to get that access by the fact that we can bring it to them,
so it's a win-win for everyone. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because, you know, we all love little kittens, but the honest truth is we just don't have enough homes for them. We have a strong adoption program. In fact, in 2024, we will probably reach our 25,000th cat.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. And that's kudos to a wonderful team of adoption counselors and volunteers. But realistically, when you look at an unspayed female cat, and if she had her unneutered male friend, And those litters had litters and litters. Within 6
Yeah,
years,
I can
there's over
imagine. You're right back to the
33,000
problem,
cats.
so.
We're right back to it.
Yeah.
So it's so important to have spay-neuter.
No, it's great that you offered that. You go to the people's houses or go to those in different neighborhoods,
different towns, yeah.
which is great to see. And you know, one of the great things you guys do is you have to be able to fund these different programs. So you have these great programs that happen each and every year. Tell everyone at home about those programs.
Oh, you mean some of our fundraising opportunities?
Yes.
Yes. Well, one of our favorites is our Fur Ball Gala.
Yeah, I love the name to that.
I know, right? It's so appropriate. We actually, believe it or not, we're ready for 2024. We have our new date of September 21st. We'll be over at the Andover Country Club.
Okay.
And that's a great evening.
Already
really,
the date for 2024
For 2024, we are ready to go, I'm telling you. And again, it's a great event of live silent auction. We share some information about the impact the organization has had. And it's really a great night to raise funds for cats in need.
That's great. And obviously, one thing you are in need of is volunteers, and you're supposed with all different sorts of volunteers, correct?
All different sorts. You know, it's interesting that I think when people hear this, they might think, well, cat care volunteers. And I will say we can always use more cat care volunteers. Yep. And if you love cats and kittens, then I can understand that. But we also need help because as a small organization, we can't do what we do without the help of volunteers. And that comes in so many ways. People have so many different talents that they bring. And so we have different committees, for example, like our finance or HR committee. And if we could have people with talents in those areas who would give of their time, that really helps us advance our mission. There's also, we just said the Fur Ball, right? Yeah. We do have an event committee for that as well, because it takes a lot to pull that together. So if people are interested in that. And then I would say just other ways people share their talents, everything from different crafts or marketing or really anything you can imagine. I know we can use your help.
So the great thing is if you have a passion about cats and giving back to your community, whether you're good at marketing or crafts or event planning or fundraising or just watching and taking care of the cats, there's something for you at the Merrimack River Feline Rescue Society.
Absolutely. And again, the easiest way to find out is we do have a page on our website that speaks to some more detail about the volunteer opportunities. Just fill out a quick online application, and our volunteer and community outreach coordinator would get in touch with you to learn a little bit more about your interests and talents.
See where your best fit might be.
Exactly, and then match you up with someone in the organization and go from there. So that's really, we'd like to keep it open-ended.
Yeah, it's a great thing. You can bring some friends, do these things with your friends, make it a fun hobby for you to do as well, and you're giving back to a great organization and your own community as well.
Absolutely, and we also, there are times we can bring volunteer opportunities to other businesses in the area or schools.
Oh, wow.
So what we've worked on, so for example, every cat that's adopted, they get a nice little fleece bed. It goes into their carrier, it keeps them a little warm and cozy. So those fleece beds, we are able to bring that to different, like I said, schools or businesses if they're looking for volunteer opportunities. Oh. And so while we have them help us make the beds for the cats, and they'll be put to good use for adoptions, we also come in and we share some more information, kind of like what we're doing.
Sure.
A little bit more about the organization, cat care, what's happening in the animal rescue world. We're glad to give a little presentation as well.
You're talking about, schools helping out as well. Is there no age limit to be able to help here, or is there opportunities for kids or adults, or is it different opportunities for everyone?
Good question. I think when it comes to like the fleece blankets, there's no stitching or sewing required, so age appropriate for all, and we love doing that. When it comes to cat care, we do have an age requirement just because just working with the animals.
But there's different opportunities for all ages, so.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is we've had families who participate
as
well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's great if you want to come out by yourself and have an individual opportunity. That opportunity is for all you. Go with your friends. There's opportunity for you there. Or if you want to just make a family opportunity to give back to your community, that opportunity exists as well.
And schools are great too. I think it's teaching students at a young age about philanthropic, we do that again.
Tongue twister, so.
Teaching students about philanthropic efforts is really so important. And so we love to have those opportunities as well.
Now, if someone at home is, say they may want to adopt a cat, but they're not sure if they're the right fit for it, do you have someone that can talk to them through that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So with the adoptions, and because I agree with you, it's so important to find the right match, right? In some families, it's you have a dog or small children, you really want to find, because our goal is to have that forever home. We don't want the cat coming back. So we really put a lot of effort into the matching process. It starts with our online application. People just fill that out. Then our adoption counselor works with you, because again, based on your particular home situation, one cat, pair of cats, whatever the situation might be, they're able to work with you. You come in for your appointment, because again, you still want to see the cat and feel again that that's going to be the right match for you.
Sure.
And then if there is kismet, right, if we have a love match, then complete that.
Move
and
on
off
from
they
that.
go.
So
Exactly.
I love that, because if someone, you know, they may not, for some reason, may not get along with that specific cat, why bring them home? So you have to bring them right back. You have that opportunity to get to know them, get to love them before you even take them home.
Yeah, we want to
and
make
know
sure
it's that right match that they're going to be their forever home. So.
Exactly, exactly. It's so important that, you know, again, that's really what our counselors work towards, is finding that situation where it's a right fit for everybody.
Yeah, and you mentioned that cat caring volunteer opportunity. I'm just curious, what exactly goes into that? If someone volunteers, says, I want to step up and do that, what are the responsibilities there?
Yep, so when you do a cat care volunteer situation at MRFRS, so the cats that are at the shelter, as you can imagine, they need to be cared for. So we have to clean litter boxes, feeding. It's also making sure in some cases there may be some medication. Most of the time that was staff who would do that.
Sure.
But there's a little opportunity to play with them, groom. It's a time to see how they're socializing, because that information also helps us know more about their personality,
Sure.
again, when someone comes in for an adoption.
Yeah.
But it's basically your general care for the cats, feeding, etc. And it's so important because, you know, again, when we have all different cats, or it's kitten season, heaven forbid, we absolutely need a lot of volunteers to help us with that.
Yeah, and you mentioned with volunteers earlier, you know, it's not only this cat caring opportunity you have available, and it's not you're saying, hey, you said you're going to volunteer, you're going to go do this. No, it's whatever your strength is, whatever your passion is, you're able to put those to work into this volunteer opportunities.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because in some cases, people may feel really passionate about cats and want to help us, but they're like, you know what? I don't live close by. It's not something I can do for
time, whatever it might
and
be.
the time commitment for cat care, it's definitely something to consider. But again, if let's say you have skills and talent in accounting, well, you know what? We have a finance committee.
Yep.
And you joining that committee and meeting once a month could really help us a lot as we, again, keep going the organization.
And every little bit goes a long way as well. So you may be saying, I only have this so much time, I'm not sure if it's going to help. It's going to help.
It will help. It absolutely will. Again, when we look at where the organization has grown in these 31 years, it's really thanks to the work of volunteers helping support the mission.
And one of the big things the volunteers help with every year is that Fur Ball Gala. Why don't you tell everyone at home what exactly the Fur Ball Gala is, what goes on in that,
Absolutely.
and then how they may be able to volunteer for that or participate in that. Not till 2024, but be here before you know it.
It's funny you say that. It may happen in September of 24, but the planning process for the Fur Ball starts actually in January. And so, yes, there's different committees, and we need assistance helping with everything from the auction items, sponsors, the night of. There's a lot that goes on. You can imagine coordinating the event. So, again, any set of talents helping us promote the event, lots to do. And we'll be kicking it off, believe it or not, in January.
It's coming around the corner. So if you're interested, make sure to contact Karen and her team. But Karen, I just want to say it's great to be able to learn more about the Merrimack River Feline Rescue Society, learn about how people can volunteer. Thank the great volunteers we have already for assisting for 31 years now. Why don't you tell everyone at home your contact information, how they can get involved one more time as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, the website has a lot of information. mrfrs.org. And if, again, you have any other questions or about the volunteer opportunities, you can also feel free to email me as well. It's Karen with a K, Karen@mrfrs.org.
Perfect. Well, adopt a cat if you can. If not, there's plenty of opportunities for you there. And we want to thank you and your staff for the great work you do right here in the Merrimack Valley, assisting with these needs. So thank you again. Thank you for being part of the show.
Glad to be here.
And we look forward to seeing you all on the next edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. Enjoy your day. Thank you.